NDP job creation plan is a complete and utter failure, but so is everything else the NDP do. The NDP's first budget, released October 27th, was full of debt, deficit spending, and public sector gluttony. And in the midst of that mess, the NDP touted a job creation incentive grant. The incentive was supposed to be a 2-year, $178 million program that gave a $5,000 grant to any business, charity, or nonprofit that creates a new full-time job over the next 2 years. Finance Minister Joe Ceci claimed the program could create up to 27,000 new jobs per year. At the time, Wildrose leader Brian Jean called the program a laughingstock and said of the business community, and I quote, "No one believes it will create one single job," end quote. As it turns out, Brian Jean is some sort of oracle or maybe even a wizard, or maybe he just understands the business community better than a former social worker like Joe Ceci. Not a single job has been created by this program, and it was supposed to be up and running by January 1st, 2016. Now we're into March and almost the eve of the new budget, and the job creation grant is nowhere near up and running, and not one business has even applied. I spoke to Amber Ruddy, the Alberta director of the Canadian Federation of Independent Business, way back on budget day. I asked her what she thought of the job creation incentive grant. Here.
Business owners, if the small business job incentive is going to affect a large number of our businesses, it has to be low on red tape. We'd much prefer to see a small business corporate income tax cut than to have to apply for new programs and tax credits.
Now, Amber was worried that this would be too much red tape for small businesses. And she was right. In fact, she was more right than she knew at the time. There is so much red tape in this program that the government itself can't navigate through it all. Since the budget in October, Alberta has had 2 credit downgrades, and every day we hear stories of more job losses. This week alone, Nexon laid off 120 people, and Calfrac closed their Medicine Hat branch, putting 200 people out of work. Instead of working on a program the NDP told us would create 27,000 jobs, Jobs Minister at the time, Laurie Sigurdsson, went to work bullying farmers all winter with Bill 6, opening the door to her union pals to infect our farms and bringing farmers under the control of big government. Actual job creation was very low on the list of priorities for the Jobs Minister. Now, I was never a fan of this proposed program. Other similar programs in similar jurisdictions haven't produced the promised results. And the whole thing seemed quite rife for abuse anyways. But breaking promises isn't the different way of doing things Rachel Notley told us we could expect from her government. In fact, it sounds like a lot more of the same, just way more expensive when Alberta can afford it the least. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid.